Joachim Lambek was a mathematician and logician who made significant contributions to linguistics, particularly through his development of the Lambek calculus, also known as syntactic calculus. Introduced in the late 1950s, this calculus is a formal system that uses a type-based approach to analyze the grammatical structure of natural language. It's a form of categorical grammar that treats syntactic categories as types and uses a set of logical rules to determine how these types combine to form grammatically correct sentences. The Lambek calculus is a key forerunner of substructural logics and has been highly influential in computational linguistics and the study of formal grammar. Later in his career, Lambek developed a novel algebraic framework called Pregrope grammars to further refine his analysis of natural language. Joachim Lambek's early life was marked by the political turmoil of World War II. Born in Leipzig, Germany, in 1922, his family, who were Jewish, fled the country for England in the late 1930s to escape the Nazi regime. As a teenager, Lambek was on a Kindertransport, a rescue mission that brought thousands of mostly Jewish children from Nazi Germany to Great Britain, while his parents followed later. After the outbreak of the war, the British authorities, misguidedly classifying many German refugees as enemy aliens, deported Lambek to an internment camp in Canada. During his 2 years of internment, he began to study mathematics and logic under the tutelage of other detained European scholars. This unexpected education laid the groundwork for his future career. After his release, a Montreal businessman sponsored him, allowing him to settle in the city and enroll at McGill University. He earned his bachelor's degree in mathematics in 1945 and his master's a year later. He would go on to complete his PhD at McGill in 1950 and remain affiliated with the university for the rest of his long and distinguished career. A. Biquaternion vector fields over Minkowski's space. B. The immersibility of a semigroup into a group 1950. The immersibility of a semigroup into a group 1951. This article, published in the Canadian Journal of Mathematics, addresses the conditions under which a semigroup can be embedded into a group. A semigroup is an algebraic structure with an associative binary operation, while a group adds an identity element and inverses. Lambek's work in this paper provides criteria for this immersion, which was a significant problem in abstract algebra at the time. Lambek, Moser theorem. The theorem was published in 1954 with Leo Moser, focusing on sequences of natural numbers. Inverse and complementary sequences of natural numbers, 1954, co-authored with L. Moser and published in the American Mathematical Monthly. This paper explores properties of sequences of natural numbers. It investigates the relationships between sequences and their inverses or complements, contributing to the field of combinatorics and number theory. The article is a notable early example of Lambek's collaborative work and his interest in fundamental mathematical problems. The Mathematics of Sentence Structure, 1958. In this influential article, published in the American Mathematical Monthly, Lambek introduces an algebraic framework for analyzing sentence structure. He proposed a system where words are assigned types and sentences are formed through a process that resembles algebraic cancellation. This work laid the foundation for categorical grammar and pregrope grammars, which have had a lasting impact on computational linguistics and the mathematical study of language. How to Program an Infinite Abacus, 1961, published in the Canadian Mathematical Bulletin. This article delves into the theoretical foundations of computation. Lambek explores how an infinite abacus, a conceptual machine with an infinite number of counters, could be programmed. This work is a precursor to modern ideas about register machines and is a notable contribution to the theory of computability and logic. Rings of Quotients of Rings of Functions, published in 1966 and co-authored with N.J. Fine and Leonard Gilman. This book is a significant contribution to commutative algebra and functional analysis. It explores the algebraic structure of rings of quotients, specifically within the context of rings of continuous functions. The work delves into the relationship between a ring and its ring of quotients, which is a method of constructing a larger ring from a smaller one. This foundational concept has since found applications in various mathematical fields. Completions of Categories, also published in 1966, this book is a foundational work in category theory. Based on his seminar lectures, it explores the process of completing a category by adding new objects and arrows to it to satisfy specific properties. This concept is crucial for understanding more advanced topics in category theory, such as limits and colimits, and has wide-ranging applications in other areas of mathematics and computer science. Lectures on Rings and Modules. The original 1966 edition of this comprehensive textbook introduces the fundamental concepts of rings and modules, which are key structures in abstract algebra. The book covers topics such as ring theory, module theory, and homological algebra. It's known for its clear and concise presentation, making it a popular choice for graduate students and researchers. Deductive Systems and Categories 2. Standard Constructions and Closed Categories 1969. This article, appearing in the lecture notes in Mathematics series, is a significant contribution to category theory and logic. It connects deductive systems, which are formal frameworks for logical reasoning, with categories. The paper explores standard constructions within categories and introduces the concept of closed categories, which are crucial for formalizing various logical systems. Multi-categories. Lambek introduced this concept in a 1969 paper, though other mathematicians had also explored similar ideas. Curry, Howard, Lambek correspondence. Lambek's contribution, which connected the correspondence to Cartesian closed categories, was developed in the early 1970s. Torsion Theories, Additive Semantics, and Rings of Quotients, published in 1971, this book expands on Lambek's earlier work on rings of quotients by introducing the concept of torsion theories. A torsion theory is a method of classifying modules over a ring into two classes, torsion modules and torsion-free modules. This framework provides a powerful tool for studying the structure of rings and modules and has been influential in the development of non-commutative ring theory. The book also explores connections between these algebraic concepts and semantics. Bicommutators of nice injectives 1972, published in the Journal of Algebra, this paper contributes to ring theory and module theory. It focuses on bicommutators, which are a specific type of endomorphism ring, particularly in the context of nice injectives, a special class of modules. The work provides deeper insights into the structure of modules and rings. Localization and Completion 1972, published in the Journal of Pure and Applied Algebra, this article explores the relationship between two fundamental concepts in algebra and category theory, localization and completion. Localization is a method of formally inverting elements in a ring or a category, while completion is a process of filling in the gaps. This paper provides a unified perspective on these two processes. A mathematician looks at Latin conjugation 1979. In this article, published in Theoretical Linguistics, Lambek applies his mathematical framework to the study of a natural language. He uses his algebraic grammar to analyze the conjugation of Latin verbs, demonstrating how a systematic, algebraic approach can reveal underlying structures in a complex linguistic system. This work is another example of his interdisciplinary efforts to connect mathematics and linguistics. Introduction to Higher Order Categorical Logic, co-authored with P. J. Scott and published in 1986, this seminal text bridges the gap between category theory and logic. It introduces categorical logic, a field that uses the language of categories to formalize logical systems. The book focuses on higher-order logic, a powerful extension of classical logic, and demonstrates how categorical concepts like toposes and adjunct ions can be used to model and understand it. This work is a cornerstone for researchers in mathematical logic, computer science, and linguistics. If Hamilton had prevailed, Quaternions and Physics 1995 published in the Mathematical Intelligencer, this article reflects on a historical alternative in the development of mathematics. It discusses how physics might have evolved if William Rowan Hamilton's quaternions had become the dominant tool for representing rotations and vectors, rather than the simpler vector calculus that eventually prevailed. The paper is an engaging piece of mathematical history and speculation. The Heritage of Thales, co-authored with W. S. Anglin and published in 1995, this book provides a historical perspective on the development of mathematical ideas. The text traces the evolution of mathematical concepts from ancient Greece, particularly the contributions of Thales, up to modern times. It offers a narrative account of how mathematical ideas evolved, connecting historical figures and their discoveries. It's a valuable resource for students who want to understand the origins and context of the mathematics they are studying. Computational Algebraic Approaches to Natural Language, co-edited with Claudia Casadio and published in 2008, this book applies algebraic methods to the field of natural language processing (NLP). The book explores the use of pregroup grammars, a system developed by Lambek, to analyze the grammatical structure of sentences. This innovative approach treats words and sentences as algebraic objects, where grammatical correctness is determined by algebraic operations. It's an influential work that has found applications in computational linguistics and theoretical computer science. From Word to Sentence, a computational algebraic approach to grammar, also published in 2008, this solo work by Lambek provides a more focused and detailed exposition of the pregroup grammar framework. The book systematically develops the algebraic tools needed to analyze grammar, starting from the basic types of words and building up to the structure of complete sentences. This text is a key reference for anyone interested in the algebraic and logical foundations of language and provides a comprehensive overview of Lambek's contributions to computational linguistics. Lectures on Rings and Modules 3rd ed. This revised and updated edition of the 1966 book was published in 2009. It remains a comprehensive and widely used textbook for graduate students and researchers. The third edition reflects the latest developments and insights in the field while maintaining the clarity and depth of the original text, solidifying its place as a classic in abstract algebra. In Praise of Quaternions 2013, co-authored with Michael Barr, this article is a more modern tribute to quaternions. Published by McGill University, it continues the themes from Lambek's earlier work on the topic. The paper highlights the elegance and utility of quaternions, arguing for their continued relevance in fields like computer graphics, robotics, and theoretical physics. It serves as a reminder of the enduring power of these fascinating mathematical objects. He passed away on June 23, 2014, at the age of 91. A prominent Canadian mathematician, logician, and theoretical linguist, he was a professor at McGill University and made significant contributions to various fields. References: the recipients of the Jeffrey Williams Prize. Canadian Mathematical Society. Retrieved November 1, 2018. Joachim Lambek. Montreal Gazette. Legacy.com June 27, 2014. Retrieved October 31, 2018. Darman, Henry December 2, 2014. Resolution on the death of Emeritus Professor Joachim Jim Lambek, Department of Mathematics and Statistics PDF. Faculty of Science, Meeting of Faculty. Montreal, McGill University. P2. Muller-Huyssen, Fokert, Palo, Jean-Marcel, Stashev, Jim, eds. 2012. Associahedra, Tamari lattices, and related structures. Progress in Mathematics. Volume 299. Beer-Kauser. P18. doi 10.107973-3-0348-0405-9. ISBN 978-3-0348-0404-2. LCCN 201-294-2603. Barr, Michael. December 5, 1997. An Appreciation of Jim Lambek at McGill. Lambek Fest. Montreal. Barr, Michael, Scott, P.J. Seeley, RAGEDS. 2000, The Lambek Fest Schrift, Mathematical Structures in Computer Science, Cambridge University Press, MR 177-0227. Casadio, Claudia, Koick, Bob, Moorgat, Michael, Scott, Philip, eds. 2014, Categories and Types in Logic, Language, and Physics, essays dedicated to Jim Lambek on the occasion of his 90th birthday, Springer Verlag. Lambek, J. 1951. The Immersibility of a Semigroup into a Group. Canadian Journal of Mathematics. 3, 34-43. doi 10.4153 CJM 1951-005-8. S2 SID 124979541. Joachim Lambek at the Mathematics Genealogy Project. Lambek, J. 1964. A module is flat if and only if its character module is injective. Canadian Mathematical Bulletin. 72, 237-243. doi 10.4153 CMB 1964-021-9. ISSN 0008-4395.